know at our age, I used to lot of it, but you have to do it here. My wife now has it a big way. Right?
You know what I'm going to take, which I didn't take it, is the shingles. Did you take that?
Yeah, people say.
Did you take that?
No, I didn't take it. Friend urged me always, but
what does your doctor say you should take it?
He says if you're very careful, so to say, don't. But but some people the results are negative.
What, the shot?
Yeah, but normally you take it.
It's a severe thing, you really be painful. And,
very, very, very
painful, and it can be very scarring, painful, and people sometimes get it on their forehead, all different places.
Yeah. Open at the beginning of Sefer Vayikra. That's in few places. In few places, the Torah openly is hinting or emphasizing. Look at this. Let's start where Korban is introduced for the first time. So let's go by Yuila, it's 544, Perek Aleph, Pasuk Gimel. Imola Korbano, remember the Torah begins with a Korban Yachid. Imola Korbano min habakar, זכר תמים יקרבנו על פתח אוהל מועד, ברצונו לפני השם, ושמח ידו על ראש העולה, הוא offers the קורבן, he's doing שמחה, ונרצה לו לכפר עליו, ושחט בן הבקר לפני השם. The Torah openly doesn't say who has to slaughter the animal, ושחט, then והקריבו בני אהרון את הדם. It's clearly, we'll see it 3 times. The Torah says the only time the Kohen interferes in the Korban is after the Korban was slaughtered. The Kohen has to accept the blood, collect the blood, and then he continues from there. But it's clearly that the Torah does not mention the Kohen when it comes to the slaughtering of the Korban. Page 546. So look at the Rashi. This is in page 546. ושחט והקריבו הכהנים. See, Rashi jumps. ושחט והקריבו הכהנים. Says Rashi, מקבלה ואילך, only from collecting the blood after the korban was slaughtered, מצוות כהונה. לימד על השחיטה שכשרה בזר.
Is it practical for the owner to do the shechita and the kanoi?
Yeah, also Eli is asking, is it practical? Let's raise the question. Is it preferred that the owner should do? We'll see, we'll come back to it. So this is here. This is on the first korban. Then let's continue Pasuk Yud on the same page. If the korban is coming from a sheep, from a goat, the same. ושחט אותו על ירך המזבח צפונה, again, וזרקו בני אהרון הכהנים. And for the third time, it's amazing that the Torah comes back to, yes? You look a second now on page 552, Perek Gimel, Pasuk Aleph. I'm just showing you that it's everywhere. Go now to 552. Ve'im zevach shelamim korbano. Before we spoke about Olah, im zevach shelamim korbano. Yes. So look at Pasuk Bet again. Ve'samach yado al rosh korbano. The owner has to place his hands on top of the korban. Ushechato. See, the Torah here is linking 3 times semicha and shechita. Eli was asking for practical reasons. Remember, Eli, right? The Torah 3 times says after he's putting his hand on it, the Shechitat express would be very easy if he could do it. וזרקו בני אהרון הכהנים 3 times the Torah openly says that.
Well, how do you look at the blood? Is there like a pail? Kohen holds a pail under the
Yeah,
thing
of
on
course,
the Shemitah, basically?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is what he takes to the Mizbeach.
Right, okay.
So basically what we are going to discuss, is it preferred or is it mutar? Is there a difference between Korban Yachid or Korban Tzibur? To realize all the 3 examples that we just have, the Torah clearly emphasizes that is a Korban Yachid, and the Torah somehow is linking it to the Slicha. We'll see in a minute. Go a second now to Sefer Devarim, Perashat Shoftim. We are going there really to see an Ibn Ezra, but I want you to see the pasuk that the Ibn Ezra is talking about. Look a second in the Art Scroll, it's page 1030 in the Yor Chumash, it's by Sefer Devarim, chapter 18. Look a second in Pasuk Aleph, even though we are aiming to Pasuk Gimel, but look at Pasuk Aleph, it's always important to look at page 1030 by Yehuda Atzkot, פרק י"ח פסוק א', לא יהיה לכהנים הלוויים, we saw the other day the Rambam copies this pasuk, לא יהיה לכהנים הלוויים כל שבט לוי חלק בנחלה. The Kohanim and the Leviim are not getting any share in the land of Israel. Ishei Hashem, the korbanot of Hashem, ונחלתו יאכלו. ונחלה לא יהיה לו, is repeating, בקרב אחד, Hashem ונחלתו. Okay, we saw in the Rambam, okay. This is not how it's happening. Look at פסוק ג' וזה יהיה משפט הכהנים מאת העם. This is what the Kohanim are getting from a regular korban. Remember, a regular korban normally is shalamim, olah, they get nothing except the skin. But listen to this. This is not from a korban. וזה משפט הכהנים מאת העם. Meit ha'am means you're making a barbecue, it's fat. And you slaughter an animal, this is what you have to give. Meit zovchei hazevach, im shor, a bull, im seh, a lamb, v'natan la'kohen hazroa, ve'alechayim, ve'akeva. Part of the arm, yes, the cheeks, and part of the keva. Okay, then the Torah says, and you have to give them teruma, reshit, bedancha, teroshcha. Why is that? Pasuk Hey. Kivu bachar Hashem Elokecha mikol shvatecha. Kohanim were chosen to serve. La'amod v'sharat l'fnei Hashem hu b'nafah. So remember, we associate always the matanot, this meat, with the Kohanim are getting with the korbanot. Here is pasuk that says every animal, even today, that is being slaughtered, in the Torah, you have to give the Kohanim a portion. That's in Rashi. Why? Why this portion?
Somebody gave it to me last summer.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah? The head and the shoulder.
And normally the
good part of the animal?
It doesn't seem like, to me, it doesn't seem like good parts.
I couldn't bring the head home. I was afraid to.
Normally the big slaughterhouses have an agreement with Kohanim, and they tell them if we slaughter a month, 1,500 heads, how much money would you like for this? They give them the money. The Kohen cannot come and walk away.
Yeah, I'm saying it's too much.
Let's see the Rashi first. Why? Then a very unique Ibn Ezra.
You're selling it back.
Yeah, can Kohen give it back? They're free, so it's not truma. They're not selling
is-
shot to it.
This is very important. This is a good question.
Am I allowed to give that over to Yisrael?
That's what we just
The
said.
answer is you can sell it to a butcher, yes.
What if I gave it to somebody?
No, this is fine. Why? Because there's no kedusha at all. You realize
Right,
this
that's
is
the
a pure matana.
Right.
Truma has a kedusha, only
Yep.
Kohen, his family can eat. Strangers cannot.
It's a joy.
In the minute you read Ibn Ezra, since I'm not a butcher, so whatever you think, right?
And even though it's no better Mikdash, it's still a good.
I remember very
Yes,
often,
we said,
very-
yes.
Yeah. No,
And-
this is the Shulchan Aruch.
Yeah,
There's no ifs
Futzar.
and buts, but yeah, it's not Mshana.
Moshe Mustaki is
Yeah,
he
yeah.
gave it to me.
Yeah.
Look at the Rashi. Rashi says, okay, first Rashi is identifying exactly. By you, Larry, by you it's Pasuk Gimal, by us, it's on the left column. Here Rashi doesn't say Midrash. Rashi says Dorshei Reshumot. It's like Midrash, listen. Zroa, why are you giving him the arm? He says, Tachat Yad.
Oh.
שנאמר, ויקח רומח בידו. פנחס used his
Spear.
לחיים, cheeks, תחת תפילה.
Oh.
Because it says in Tehillim that Pinchas who was praying, he knew that he's putting his life in danger. והקיבה, the lower part, תחת האישה, this is Rashi. But remember, this is obviously Midrash. As you know, the Ibn Ezra is a champion. Pshat. Here, Larry, if you go to this pasuk, look to the Ibn Ezra, here, pasuk Aleph, Dvarim 18a, pasuk Aleph. I'm just reading you. The Ibn Ezra is a master always. כאשר הזכיר משפטי המלך, before that, the Torah in Shoftim, this is the summary reading, talks about מלך. שהוא השופט, הזכיר גם משפטי הכהנים, שהם מורי התורה, ואמר שאין להם נחלה, ייקחו מאת הזובח, so therefore everyone that slaughters an animal gives them זרוע לחיים והקיבה. Anyway, skip half a line by you, listen to this. The derech drash, I don't think I ever saw the Ibn Ezra derech drash, כי הכהן הוא שוחט השלמים. We just looked in 3 places, but the Kohen, there's no need for it. כי הכהן הוא שוחט השלמים. הזרוע, שכר זרועו בשחיטה, because he's slaughtering the animal with the hand. הלחיים, it says שכר הברכה. See, Rashi said, the mouth, because Pinchas prayed, והקיבה, שכר הבדיקה. Okay. The Chidush everyone brings, Ibn Ezra, remember, זרוע לחיים וקיבה, if you do it in Arizona or in Los Angeles, it's the same, it's not a korban. He says this is a reward for the shlamim. Fine, ככה הוא אומר. ועל דרך הפשט, רני, כי אלה טובים משאר הבשר. Here, I asked you the cowboy steak and lamb chops, a good part.
Yes, I'm saying. It
Says
seem like
Ibn Ezra, this is the best of the meat.
fine, wow.
The answer is, our taste buds, we are raised
But
different.
at the time, it was designated as if the prime stuff.
כי אלה טובים משאר הבשר. So the question really is, this is the point. Let's go into Shechita. So it's clearly in the Psukim that it's not needed. Is it preferred that the owner should slaughter, or it preferred that the opposite, that the Kohen should do it? And the Torah is only telling us, if you do it this way, if the owner does it, it's good. Big discussion in the Achronim and the Rishonim, and then we'll come later and see maybe there's a difference between Korban Tzibur or not.
Would a Kohen ever have the need to do a korban?
The same as
everybody else.
same as a regular person. Same as a regular
And
person.
also, if the Kohen
You know,
wants
look at two
to have a
Berachot,
steak,
they're
he wants to
switching out,
slaughter
yes.
an animal on its own, you slaughter an
But
animal.
can't you
If If the Kohen brings the Korban on his own, then he benefits. No, on the left side, I already stuck them out. Two berachot. Two
Rabbi
berachot.
Prague,
Yes.
what's the difference? Let's take it to Hilchos shofar. Why wouldn't it be? But yes, you could blow the shofar for me, but maybe I should blow the shofar for myself. Wouldn't it be preferable that I should blow it? Why do I give it to someone else? Because the person doesn't know how to do it. So maybe it's just
So everyone agrees that by every mitzvah, if you can do it yourself.
correct.
Shofar happens to be not a good example because if you are
So use Brit Milah then. Use Brit Milah.
Brit Milah is the safety of the kid. I'm saying shofar, if you really know the details, there are very few that do it perfect. Everyone that blows is kosher, yes? But to do it perfect, the length.
What about Shechita? Would you have to have it perfect?
By shechita, it's either kosher or not kosher.
Same thing.
No, it's the same. No, your question really is the Gemara has a concept. Mitzvah bo yoter
So
mebishlucha.
Mishlucha, okay, right.
Oh, but so the one that blows the shofar is that your shaliach, you are yotzeh by listening. Theoretically speaking, you're a good Baal Koreh, you're really, really good. You know, in Brisk, I mean, the Rabbi Brisk he was listening to 20 people that blow shofar until he chose one, yes? Wow. And they had to practice a million times until it. But again, all the mitzvot are given to us, to the masses of the people, we do it.
But shofar is actually not.
Isn't the mitzvah shofar to hear the shofar, not to blow the shofar?
Okay, so this Yaakov is saying, the reason I
Yeah,
said,
but we have that argument all the time. It doesn't say the
reason
Shmoa
I said-
in the Torah. It doesn't say the Shmoa. It says Litkoa. It's Yom Teruah, not Yom Shmuah Shmiat Teruah.
we speak every Rosh Hashanah, B'ezrat Hashem. Everyone agrees that the mitzvah of Tkiyah is part. Our part is Shmiyah. The bracha is Lishmoah. Some Rishonim say the bracha is Lishmoah. If a deaf man is blowing, if the mitzvah is to blow, he fulfill the mitzvah.
So then why? So let me go back. So then let's go to the Hallel. Is Hallel to read it? What does it mean, Ligmor at the Hallel then?
Well, Igmor, because by Sfaradim they don't say bracha on Rosh Chodesh. Therefore, whenever they say the full Hallel, they emphasize it by in the bracha.
But what is Ligmor? What does the word Ligmor at the Hallel actually mean?
Not to skip, but that is not to skip the part that we skip. On Rosh Chodesh, we skip after Ki Yishma Hashem, and we skip the other, Lo Lanu Hashem Lo
Right.
Lanu.
Okay.
This is not the complete Hallel. On Chanukah and every first days of the Hallel, they say the full Hallel. This is the Gmor. This is why the Rambam's version is the Gmor at Hallel. The Gmor, Lo Ledaleg al Shum Davar. Look at the Sidur and you'll see that the Hallel has Lo Lanu, yes?
Yeah,
And
sure.
we skip it normally. Go to Brachot Lamed Aleph now. Brachot Lamed Aleph Amud Bet. We know we visited this Gemara, but now we so clearly. Now we can look at this inside of the Gemara. We have plenty of Gemara. Downstairs at 5.
You skip off the Chol Moed Pesach.
What? Yeah.
You do skip it. So that's the only one you skip.
Everyone.
Everyone. That's right.
No, like Cholamed, Sukkot, everyone is saying the entire
Everything.
Hallel.
No, only.
No, but the biggest difference is Rosh Chodesh.
No, that
Rosh
I know.
Chodesh we say Baracha and we skip. What?
Oh, you say you do skip in Rosh Chodesh?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
Look at Lamed Aleph Amud Bet. Lamed Aleph Amud Bet. Okay, last time we looked in the text. This time we would not look at the text, but look in the middle of the white lines. Look at my finger a second, where it is. In the middle of the line by the two dots, Aniya Isha. You see, the first word in the line is Chana has a child, Shmuel. She doesn't bring him for 2 years. Then she brings him and she lives him. She lives until 52. And she brings, it says in the text, 3 bulls. as a korban. In the middle, as she introduces her son, okay, she says to Eli Cohen, Bi Adoni, remember, Bi Adoni Yedaver, you remember Perashat Vayigash? When Yehuda coming to Yosef, Bi Adoni means he's begging something. Bi Adoni, please, your master. She's talking to Eli, Bi, please. What is she saying? Okay, so the Gemara says, אני האישה הניצבת עמך בזה, אמר רבי ישוע בן לוי, מכאן שאסור להישב בתוך 4 אמות של תפילה. אני האישה הניצבת עמך בזה, you were standing also because she is praying, fine. She says, אל הנער הזה התפללתי. says the Gemara, אמר רבי אלעזר שמואל, תייני שמואל, מורה הלכה לפני רבו היה. He did something that is very inappropriate. He is 2 years old. Eli is the Kohen Gadol. Eli is the judge. And he said over a certain halacha. What is the circumstance?
Rabbi, he's 2 years old. How can he be chayav for more Rabbi?
Right, because me and you have pictures of us with diapers. You can hear, and we know people that died 50 years ago. They were at the age of 2, but they made full berachot. I mean, some people, you realize how much his mom put into him, and his father was a special person. But then this is, שנאמר, וישחטו את הפר, this is a quote from the Pasuk. They slaughter the bull, ויביאו את הנער אל העיר. This is in the middle of the Pasuk. See, normally, she brings the child, she introduces the child to the Kohen, and then I bring korbanot, וישחטו את הפר ויביאו את הנער אל עלי, משום וישחטו את הפר הביאו הנער אל עלי. How is it connected? אלא, listen carefully now, אמר להם עלי, קראו כהן, ליתי ונשחט. You have a bull, you are looking for a Kohen. Remember, this is the Mishkan. It's not that we have hundreds of Kohanim. Let's look for a Kohen. Let's look. Chazanu, pay attention to the words. Chazanu Eli, Shmuel, the tiny kid, noticed, Havu mehadre batar Kohen lemishchat. They are looking for a Kohen. Amar lehu, למה לכו להדורי בתר כהן למשחט? Why are you looking for a Kohen? שחיטה וזר כשרה. And you realize this is in front of the Kohen Gadol, in front of Eli. Okay, fine. So the Gemara says, Aitu lekamei de Eli. Those helpers of Eli bring this kid. Amar le minalach. How do you know? אמר לי, מי כתיב ושחט הכהן? It doesn't say that the Kohen has to slaughter. I showed you 3 places. It doesn't say that ויקריבו הכהנים כתיב. מקבלה ואילך מצוות כהונה. As Rashi told us, one time openly, the other 2 times it's opening the text. מקבלה ואילך, only from accepting the blood, מצוות כהונה. מכאן, there's shchita shekshera b'zar.
Yeah, but how's he going to do one without the other?
No, please, no. A non-Kohen slaughters the Kohen.
He's looking for a Kohen. Why is he but he has to have a Kohen nearby to collect the blood, so you still need a Kohen.
No, the Eli is saying, anyway, you need a Kohen.
Kohen on hand
Yeah.
anyway.
See, what he saw, because he heard Eli saying, look for a Kohen to slaughter.
It's even worse. It's correct. It's just correct.
Eli is saying you need a Kohen no matter what. Okay.
So maybe that's the.
Wait. Anyway, Eli gets very upset, and he says to him, "You're 100% right, but you are morei halacha. You are morei halacha b'fnei Rabo. Publicly, to say it in front of the people is very humiliating, and he wanted to punish him, and the mother is begging him for forgiveness, and he forgave her. Fine, this is a separate topic. Fine, okay, now, here's the question. If Cohen is preferred, remember, we had 3 studies, which it's clear that there's no need. If Cohen is preferred, what is he telling you? And that, what you're saying is 100% right halachically, but we don't do it every day. So from the fact that he is not looking, it's a little sign that it's not even preferred. Otherwise, what is Shmuel saying?
But what's Eli saying? Eli doesn't know the halacha.
Right,
Maybe
no,
Eli is saying,
that's what I'm saying.
maybe it's preferred. We're looking for him. It's preferred.
I'm saying, why is Shmuel wondering if having a Kohen is preferred?
Because he's
And
saying
only
it's-
b'diavad, Shmuel shouldn't have said anything.
Yeah.
Eli is right. Eli is saying, of
Like
course.
you do mitzvah, right? He wants to have a better up.
Says the Maharsha, of course Eli knew.
Right.
But Eli felt, of course, but it's a Hidu.
To have
It's better to have a Kohen. Some are saying, look at the Rambam, look at something fascinating. Look at the Rambam a second. Sefer Zraim and Chod Kilayim. Chod Kilayim, Perek Yud Halacha Lamed. Sefer Zraim and Chod Kilayim. What's interesting is, remember, by us, the word Kilayim is a mixture of two types of plants. But remember that shatnez is also kilayim. You realize, yes? So the Rambam is writing. Look at this.
Which parrot?
It's in Perek Yud. In a second, I'll tell you in a minute. Perek Yud Halacha Lamed Bet. You mean where is the topic? I don't know yet. Let's
Oh,
see.
okay.
Where is it?
It's
In the middle.
page Nun Zayin. No, page
This is my
page Sameh Aleph is the beginning of the Perek.
Oh, yeah.
Sameh Aleph is the beginning of the Perek.
Halacha lamed bet. So,
Halacha Lamed Bet.
Ronnie. Look at the rabbi.
Yeah, we have only 4 books.
What are you gonna
I see the rabbi.
Okay, here, Chod Kilayim, Perek Yud Halacha Lamed Bet. Let's read
Turn a couple
slowly.
pages, Ronnie. Sorry.
The Rambam is talking about
Lamed Bet.
shatnez, yes? Listen carefully, we spoke once about the topic, but here we're taking. This is the last halacha in Chod Kilayim, the last halacha. Yeah. Says the Rambam, Kohanim שלבשו בגדי כהונה שלא בשעת עבודה. Remember,
Yeah, this had kilayim.
the garments of the Kohanim,
Yeah.
this is the עבודה, but if he's wearing שלא בשעת עבודה, אפילו במקדש, even if it's in the area of בית
Yeah,
המקדש,
even if you walk through
לוקים, they get 39 lashes. מפני האבנט, the belt,
the belt.
is certainly כליים, ולא הותרו בו, אלא בשעת עבודה, שהיא מצוות עשה כמו ציצית. When you do the service, the same way, if you have a 4-corner garment from linen, and the only tzitzit you have is a wool, if this is the only garment you have, you can put it. He says, good.
So like he's wearing a uniform, it doesn't
Please
matter.
listen carefully now. If you are looking for a Kohen to slaughter, the Kohen has to wear his garments.
Oh.
Says Shmuel, if you can slaughter it with a non-Kohen, why should the Kohen wear the shatnez?
oh, it's a good one.
Kushiatzuma. This is you can spend a week on this question, famous question of, which means why is it considered disrespectful? What he's saying is Of course, Eli knows that you can sort it. He's saying to Eli, let's say I can do it. Why should you order a Kohen and he has to wear his garments which he shatnez? If another person can does it,
Therefore, he's not really required to do it.
Obviously,
So
if
you're putting him in a problem.
obviously, if you're looking for a Kohen, means he's resting. If he's resting, he's not wearing his garments, yes?
Now you're gonna tell him to put it on to do something.
Tell him
that
on
doesn't
to do
have
something he doesn't have to do. The Kushya Atzuma, this question is the question of the Malbim. The Malbim brings it in name in Makshim HaOlam, the Kushya, this is a heavy-duty question. Now, so here's the question. If we prefer, Eli, if you say that we prefer, then no, we have an answer, okay? You don't have to, but at least it's a ma'ala. If the Kohen does it, then we can hear that Eli felt, let's do it, yes? But if you say that there's no need, if a Kohen or a non-Kohen is doing it, then we have a problem here with Eli.
It's a Kohen to take one for the team when he doesn't have to.
Right.
No, it's worse.
But you see,
Putting
but
himself
see,
in
like,
the-
Not necessary.
but see,
Somebody else.
here's the point. You have a Beit HaMikdash and you have really people lining up for the services of the Kohanim. You cannot ask the question. Obviously, this was not a busy day. You have to look for a Kohen. To look for a Kohen is for you, and you go over there.
You will pick somebody that has the garment on already, you're not asking them to do it. This is Rambam's opinion, is there a machloket on this?
Of course,
There is, I get it, everything's
It's a machloket in the Gemara. But the Rambam-
Yeah.
The reason why people are asking it in the Rambam is because the Rambam is posek la'alacha,
Yeah.
and the Kohen cannot wear it. Yes.
And he says, come on, see.
It's
So like
like
in
a
baseball,
baseball,
you want a
you
pitcher,
see-
he's already
you-
working out. When somebody
You
on
have
the
to-
bench, when it hits sunset,
Eli, look
according
at
to what opinion,
Eli,
he has to
look-
take sets it off.
look on the left. Look on the left. The Gaot HaRavad. You see the Ravad over there, Larry?
Yes.
You see, look here. Every time you see a Sagot HaRavad.
Yeah.
Says the Ravad. You see that? כהנים שלבשו בגדי כהונה שלא בשעת עבודה, אפילו במקדש לא כי בקפס the Rambam. אמר אברהם, טעה בזה, the Rambam made a mistake. This is the language he's
Rambam made a
using.
mistake.
He respected the
He's mistaken.
Rambam more than all the things.
Yeah, of course.
This is his language, yes? אמר אברהם טעה בזה שהרי אמרו ביומא פרק בא לו כהן גדול במקדש אפילו שלא בשעת עבודה מותר.
Oh,
He says no.
so it's not a
We
big deal.
cannot request. See, you realize the Rambam said it two halachot.
Yeah.
A, don't wear the special garments if you don't have to.
Pure food.
B, having the belt is an additional issue. He didn't tell you not to wear the garment. He says, "Uma de ka'amar mipnei ha'avnet shehu shel kilayim, hatu choshel ve'efod miled be'u kilayim." See, the Ravid is relying on the Gemara that he quotes. Listen to the Gemara. Look in the middle of the Ravid. Balo Kohen Gadol Bamikdash, Afilu Shelo Bishat Avodah.
Yeah, he's qualifying, he put down the
He's saying some of the garments of Kohen Gadol are shatnez more than regular Kohanim because the breastplate and the belt that is holding it is also
Yes.
shatnez. How can the Gemara openly say the Kohen Gadol? You do understand, of course, that those who defend the Rambam say this is not the question of the Rambam, because Kohen
Rabbi,
Gadol.
what do you mean by more than shatnez? Shatnez is shatnez. What do you mean more than shatnez? I'm
I'm
not-
sorry. What? What do you
use
say?
the term more than shatnez. What do you mean? Double shatnez, triple shat? It's unkosher. It's unkosher. Is it more than unkosher? I mean,
So, and we know, but on which detail are you asking? What are you asking?
your comment just now. You said more than shatnez, and I was trying to understand what.
No. He said by a regular Kohen every day, the problem was only the belt. But the
Kohen
Kohen
Gadol.
Gadol was the belt and the breastplate. So he says here is an open Gemara that says that the Kohen Gadol, even if he's not doing any service, is permitted to wear the 8 garments. The real answer is the Kohen Gadol's function was to be there all the time, and this is part of his service.
Oh, right. He's 24/7.
The Kohen Gadol has to be there because the Gemara says that when he is wearing the tzitz, the tzitz, special crown here, the tzitz is a kapara on many mistakes that are taking place in Beit HaMikdash. שאין דבר כזה אצלו שלא בשעת עבודה. עבודה באים was every day, in the morning, in the afternoon, אחד חביצים. This is not why he's there. Kohen Gadol has to be, so to say, 24/7. He's going to sleep, but because there's no services at night. But from the morning till the evening, he has to be there. If mistakes are happening and people are unaware, what he's wearing is a kaparan.
So it makes sense because he's not available. He goes home for lunch. He's not available.
Exactly.
He says Bamikdash.
Exactly.
He says yes. Take it
Kohen
off. Then.
Gadol doesn't go home for lunch. He has
He
to
doesn't?
lunch. No,
He has the
but-
honor.
no, but this is the point, Eli. The Kohen Gadol, he's asking the Kohen Gadol. Everyone is
So
saying,
his whole lifetime, basically, his whole adult lifetime.
I mean, more or less, yes.
No home for lunch. No work at home. Work from home. WFH.
But everyone likes to have the title of Kohen Gadol, even though there are some stress that comes along with it.
And yes, people are waiting for him to hide day anyway.
So the Radbaz
We're
wants
the
to
ones in the big lab want to see the guy check out.
the Radbaz wants to say because the Kohen Gadol has the right to offer whenever he wants. He can take any korban and come and say, I would like to. But it's more than that. The Kohen Gadol's presence in the Bet HaMikdash. This is one point. Listen, here's an interesting question. Okay, we have a rule. It's a regime magdilim mitzvot. Yes.
Yes.
Right? Try to fulfill the mitzvah as early as possible. On the other hand, we have a rule that the mitzvah should be done. Behidu means try
Yes.
to. Here's a good question. Sfaradim are saying, I'm using it because it's a very practical example. You make the Kiddush Levana after 7 days, correct? Let's say the 7th day, Thursday. The Shulchan Aruch says, the Gemara says, you're better off saying it Motzei Shabbat. The weather forecast is clearly rain. No, the opposite.
It's going to be clear.
Let's say it's clear.
So
Should we say it on the
You wait.
Thursday night because it is Magdilim Mitzvot?
or
That's why. Here is the question. Is Rizim Magdilim Mitzvot more important than
you do it.
Hidu or not? Yes.
And also with the
Sure, if you wait till
do the
Motzei
sundown,
Shabbat
the
and
sundown.
saying the bracha, rest with the Shabbat garment, it's mufurash in Maran, yes? Okay, it's a
Yeah,
question.
but it's where you live, Rabbi. If you live in a place like New York where you're lucky you get it in the whole period of time, you grab the day that comes available.
Everyone
knows the
agrees.
forecast already.
Everyone agrees that if the weather forecast says it's going to be cloudy, of course you have to do it as early as possible.
Sure.
We're talking about the weather
There's no
forecast says clear. In Israel, it's a very big question. In Israel,
Yes.
from April to September, rarely it rains.
It's always clear. It's always
Yeah,
clear.
always clear.
You can bank on it. So which one do you do?
Thursday
Thursday
night.
night or wait for Motzei Shabbat?
Some say that this was a really halachic argument between Shmuel and Eli.
Oh,
Eli says it's a met.
Oh,
Of course, you are right.
I want to do it the
It's
right
kosher to do it with a non-Kohen. It's
way.
a do to do it. And the Shmuel is saying, but why are you looking? It's Rizim Agdimim. Let's do it now.
First decision.
But Eli's point before was an important point. But Eli is
What other examples do we have besides that one? With the,
million examples, but normally people don't bring it because otherwise we'll have many world wars.
that's, I mean, I'm thinking of, there are, the Brit Milad, sort of with the tzitzim, with the ma'akev, I don't know, something, I don't know.
Shofar by Sefer Torah. You have a better Sefer Torah that is being used in the Perashat Zachor. It's being used in the other minyan. Let's wait another 20 minutes. We'll have a Sefer Torah. I mean, this in Halacha it comes out many times. I mean, the real question comes up if a man. This is in Shulchan Aruch.
Oh, you want to say, but lulav, you wait for a better lulav?
A man is in jail. He gets permission to leave the jail once to go to shul. Should we go tomorrow morning for Shachrit, or wait for Perashat Zachor, or wait for Yom Kippur, or wait for Shofar? This is mamash the machloket. The machloket is, this is the mitzvah. Mitzvah abah le'atchal tachlitzena. Tomorrow I can go to shul and say, Yesh mer abah baruch hu. No, let me go Perashat Zachor. Let me go for Shofar.
My instinct is take the first shot because you don't know what's happening tomorrow.
The Maaseh let's say everyone agrees on that and go tomorrow, because if you gave me permission now, doesn't mean you give me permission then, but theoretically, though, he was asking, where
Give
is
me an
it?
example.
Right.
Go back to
Rambam
the
says
banana,
no
Rabbi.
tzitzit.
Rabbi, go back.
Yes, so the Mishnah says, according to one opinion.
But that's because it's
Person would have
doubtful
to
about
take
the
off
weather,
the
but he's
tzitzit
taking
at
Israel
night.
where he's
No,
not a
but
doubt.
the halacha is that if you learn the Ramon,
No, but so the halacha tzitzit is, what, try to fill both opinions, but one opinion is that at night there's no mitzvah. So therefore you can't wear that tzitzit at night,
Correct.
according to one
not
opinion.
only that, today there's no tcheletz, everyone agrees today, you definitely cannot do it. Yes.
So what's the answer to the cut to the banana? What should we do?
Whatever your rabbi says is right. In my shul, we said Birkat HaLevana, where was it? Saturday night. So the rabbi, the big rabbi is one of the rabbis that told me, like, it's a joke, why don't you say? He said, because yesterday I was walking in the street and I saw the Murat stuff, and I said,
He
can
took
you imagine
he
this
took the first
community
shot.
tell the people? The Gemara says, הרואה לבנה בחידושה, אומר, ברוך אתה
Even
השם.
without a minyan.
Sometimes I say
Yeah,
before 7 days.
In this community, it's extremely important to do it with Sibur, to do
Yeah,
it with
I miss it. I'll miss
Look at
it.
Birkat HaIlanot, people make a big deal by Ashkenazim, we take this Sibur.
Is Birkat HaLevana Doraisa?
The Rabbanan, what?
Right, so if it's a Rabbanan, that's different than let's say.
No, he was asking only. He was asking on how much. Very well.
Get bracha. Let's have a, give me a different.
For the sake of this hollow, we should read
That's what I'm saying, it's very close.
I miss
It's
it
like,
sometimes.
not a matter of what day, it's like 10, 12 hours. Both to Shabbat and you had a clear night.
Yeah, we could have, but it was a bad day, like, it wasn't a bad day.
Okay, that was. Anyway, the Sefer Binyan Shlomo, Bigdolei Achronim wants to say, like, when it comes to a Korban Tzibur, then we would prefer a Kohen. But Korban Yachid, the Semicha has to be, if you realize, the Torah says, V'samach, V'shachat. It's by Korban Yachid, part of the, especially if you take into account the Ramban, it says that the idea of a Korban is a fellow who brings the Korban has to feel.
Feel like he's the Korban.
You slaughter the animal, yes, it's much more than yours.
So can the Kohen do the smicha for the?
No, the smicha must. The Kohen must do it himself. The real question is that we
Wait,
have
the
no.
Kohen got the smicha?
What happened if a Zar Eli can do it on Shabbat? Eli, real? If a stranger can do it, right? And even by Korban Tzibur, a stranger is fine. Can I'm a non-Kohen, to come on Shabbat? If you learn Yibamot, Lamekdimah over there, the Farshim say openly, no. On Shabbat, no. If it's mutar lechatchila, why not? Exactly. Okay, have a wonderful day.
So how do we resolve the Eli Shmuel situation?
The Eli Shmuel is multiple.
Thank you, Rabbi.
Again.